seasoning and finishing is going to be an important thing.
Yeah? Do they know what seasoning and finishing is?
I have no clue. At this early stage.
Chris, you're very quiet. I'm very concerned about you.
Trying to beat you, man.
Last time you were on this farm, you were singing for Elvis.
You mark them down for attitude, or do you just accept that they're
all folks have a lot of attitude, you know.
Could you smile a little bit, please, lads? Can you remind the audience what they're actually cooking, because some of them weren't listening?
They are going to be making some beautiful, well-seasoned with salt and pepper lamb meatballs with, oh very good, with a melting cheesy centre.
Little chat about the meat. Where was the meat source, please, Tony?
I believe the minced lamb came from Morrison's.
Tony, do you have to eat all of these 8 meatballs?
No, I need some volunteers, please.
No, yeah, we'll get volunteers. But we'll make sure they're independent. I don't know nothing about cooking, but it does look exactly the same, except John's got 4, and Chris appears to have 3. Quality, not quantity. Thank you, Chris. Tony, at the halfway stage, get a little comment on both competitors, please. How they're going, and you know, just
under the conditions that they're working in, really, I think they're doing extremely well.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Next time I get asked to do something, I'll maybe read the paper first.
Tony, I can't tell from here who actually is in front. I'm not talking about taste or texture, but actual timing.
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Why does one of the gravies look yellow and one looks sort of dirty brown?
I think it's a technical term of caramelization.
Caramelization. From behind, your movements are exactly the same, mate. The fair bit twitch is good.
Chris, I'll turn your meatballs for you.
Careful.
It's too slipped out. Would you like your vegetables just blanched, or would you like them boiled properly, Trevor?
Hey, 7 minutes. It's alright, isn't it? Tony, are they up to schedule?
They're ahead of schedule.
They're ahead of schedule. Could you have done it this fast?
You would have had one table in, one table out, and all page.
Tony, watch this. Watch this. It's impressive. Look at that. I know the shop has just the look on his face. Take that in, man.
Looks like one of those guys that sells the cheap equipment on Sky.
He does. At this moment, do you know the winner?
No, I don't, not at all.
So it's going to be based on taste.
To get 2 plates of food from a recipe that I hadn't seen before and never tried before, under the conditions that I've been working in, to get the plates of food up, I think is absolutely sensational.
Brilliant. Who would you like to call from the audience, and how many do you want tasters?
Well, I think it'll have to be Helen.
Helen will have to be one. Helen, come forward. Little clap for Helen. Little curtsy.
Yeah, really, I value his opinion.
Yeah?
Incredibly well.
Yeah, who's?
Mr. Hanson.
Mr. Hanson. Could we come forward, please?
That'll be good for a laugh, if nothing else.
Come on, a man that knows what he's talking about. Does eat many people. Big hand, please, ladies and gentlemen. Another fork. 2 box of forks. Richard, while Helen's having a sniff of them meatballs, what do you think about presentation?
Oh, fantastic. Insipid though, these, aren't they, really? Dear me.
Is that the peas?
Well,
It is, come on, wade in.
Right, I have executed the recipe as it was suggested. The lamb looks good, but it's definitely cooked the meatballs.
Sorry? Garlicky. Bit garlicky.
Tell you what.
It's not dinner time. The 2 tasters sit down and have serious conversations. Sit on those seats up there and have little whispers in each other's ears. Now see how Tony hits it? He hits it with good sword, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're enjoying it.
Got gathers coming.
Can we share early thoughts on this or not?
I think we should try some Chris. We cooked them.
Well, I'll have to, because there's definitely a seasoning difference here.
Oh. One has better seasoning, one has more seasoning. Is more better?
Correct seasoning, I would suggest.
Oh, correct seasoning.
I couldn't split the potatoes.
Oh, magic.
Very, very close. However, there is a significant difference in the meatballs.
Well, talk to these 2 and just see if these 2 agree with you, please. An honest version of each other's. What do you think of Chris's?
Well, I think Chris has done an exceptional job, to be fair.
Yeah.
A little bit disappointed. The menu does say 4 meatballs, and Chris obviously can't count them, so he's only got 3.
Well, you're going to find out the winner. Because Tony Bings from the Barrowsford Arms is going to give his expert opinion and is going to announce the winner.
It was very, very difficult. There was some a mixed camp on all, but unanimous in the end, and it really came down to taste and seasoning and following the recipe to the letter. And on this occasion, we have to say that it's Chris is our winner of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge hand for John from Pepper. And a big hand for Chris, who's been named the winner, but really, I don't feel there is a winner. John's presentation. Haig has requested red wine as a refreshment, but the only worry to me is you don't seem to be doing anything. But you aren't doing nothing well, mate. What do you do when you cook? Drink, okay? I'll tell you what does. Tony, is there a certain way you turn pancakes, you toss them as much as you can? Lamb chops? Is there something to be gained by turning them over more often than not?
All meat that's pan-fried like this, what we want is colour and caramelisation. And turn it over as little as possible.
Little as possible.
But equally they have to be turned over.
But when they go on fire, you have to not turn them a little bit.
They need to be seared equally on both sides. So we're starting to get some very good colour here now.
Oh, good colour. What's the smell like in the audience? Is it okay? Quite good. Better than meatballs? Better than meatballs.
Here, you can have it back.
Ah, sharing butter. Oh, nicking butter. I think the end results are going to be good. You don't have to remember your potatoes and keep checking them and things. No? Okay. Just that you've never even looked at yours. Oh, Tony's done that.
Shut that bloody oven.
Paul, are you laid back in life like you're laid back in cooking? It's a good attribute, mate. And I love my chops well cooked. I'm not going to worry you, but Tony did place a lot of emphasis on the how you present it. Which way the chops are facing.
Incredible skills being demonstrated here.
That hasn't been learned overnight, mate.
That is practice, practice.
Oh, look at the way he's lifted it off the plate there. Magic.
Masterclass.
Does wearing a kilt help when you cook it?
That's all.
Doesn't make any difference at all. Keeps you cool. My Paul has followed with the chops what Haig did with the carrots. Tony, do you present everything you've cooked, or do you present the amount that you think people will eat?
Because it's all interpretation, it's down to the individual.
Down to the individual. Okay. Yeah, are you down judging because he's finished too soon and will not be warm?
Not at all, not at all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hooray! God, this tastes very serious, isn't it? It's a whole lot.
Lunchtime.
Is that plenty tasting?
Both tremendous.
Right? I'm quite pleased to say it's not that pink. I couldn't even eat that. And I don't like undercooked lamb. I think that looks gorgeous.
Very close again. And it really came down to seasoning. They both presented individually, everything was cooked correctly, and it really was seasoning. Well, not afraid, but Mr. Paul Barger.
It's the winner! Paul Barger! Hand for Paul! Paul's the steady one and Christopher is all action. I can tell you that now, mate. I'm talking about cooking here, mate. Not for the rest of things in life. Right, Sarah, how's timekeeping going? Ladies and gentlemen, ready, steady, cook, off you go. Are you two chefs friends in the real world, or not? You like each other? No? Okay. All doing his trick, he did the first. More potatoes on the floor, but it helps the seasoning then. On the floor and under my foot. My Tony, you're a fibber. You said you weren't going to help them as much this time. You're running around like a little flea helping them. Chris is using bigger pans, anything? Special about this?
Get a bigger piece of meat.
They get a piece of meat. There you go. Is this one of your favourite dishes at the Barrelsford Arms or not? Do you do it very much?
Not like this, Adam.
Chris, you're very impressive. My fall from behind you are not bad either. You do have familiar stances, don't they? They've got that, it's a bit like playing pool. You've got to keep one leg straight and the other one forward. Do you find that when you're in the Barrelsford Arms kitchen? One leg straight, one forward?
We're not quite as campers.
Not as camp as that, okay. Just mention the potatoes to me. Are they meant to be mashed, boiled, fried?
They're going to be parboiled and then they're going to be sliced and fried in the lamb juice, the residual juices that's left in the pan.
Okay. So residual juices are quite important, quite vital. Oh. Ah, but you don't put potatoes on top of beans, do you, Tony?
Why not?
Oh. Okay, you can't put potatoes on top of beans.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can we have the host and hostess of the day up, please? Right, now I don't want you two just to agree, because you always agree and you never have any arguments. Happy? You don't have to know me. Have you had your dinners? I didn't conflab standing there, mind you. He's not sat down for you on your conflabs. Well, the amateurs are keen on this job, aren't they? And you're just going to tell them anyway, but never mind, let them enjoy the whole
I
thing.
think we had a much better consistency in the wreckage.
Oh my God. A little handshake, but a huge hand for the winner, Chris, and equally for Paul. That was absolutely fabulous.